So I've been in France for almost 2 months, and honestly, it's taken me some time to acclimate and adjust, and it's rough because it's very hot. And I keep saying that, but it just is. Like, I'm so glad September is coming. October is coming, and I'm looking forward to it. But I have taken some little day trips and I've seen some things. I've stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit. And one of the places I went to was Carcassonne. Now, this is about hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes by train from Montpellier. So I went up to visit Carcassonne, I'm probably saying it wrong. Anyway, amazing, amazing castle. And the cool thing about this castle is that it's a castle that's actually still got the city walls around the original castle city. So there's like the town down below, and then up on the hill, there is the castle and the original city that was inside the castle walls. So you've got kind of the big castle where like king would have lived or something, and then you've got all the little village buildings inside the wall. And so that alone makes it just really, really cool. And it's not like it's just deserted or whatever. It's totally like this alive little village up there. Shops and boutiques and restaurants and cafes and um, everything you could imagine. Even I think I saw a hotel or maybe two inside there. And so I'm sure for a long time it was empty and whatever, but whoever had the idea of like bringing it back to life with actual stores up there, brilliant, because it makes the experience so much fun. So again, it's a really easy train ride from Montpellier to Carcassonne, and you get off the train and you just walk straight toward the town, and it's very easy. There's no real other options. You just see kind of, oh, here's town, and you walk toward it. There is this cool little channel where there's actually boats that can go through these water locks. And so we watched a boat like go in and they had to fill the water so it could go through. And I've seen this on a big level, like huge dams on the Columbia River where I'm from, but I've never seen like a little one on a little river. And so it was really fun to watch this whole system of them putting the boat in, kind of tying it off, and then raising the water level and letting them go through. And so as soon as you go past that little bridge where that is, there's some fountains, and you can kind of see straight ahead is town. There's a lot of like little ribbony things streamed over the streets, and there's a very beautiful plaza with trees and this fountain. Of course, the French have fountains everywhere, but this one was really big and gorgeous. Just a really pretty little town. But if you keep going up and then to your left, you can walk up the hill. Now, I'm sure there's transportation to get up the hill. I did see one of those little touristy train ride things that probably could get you up the hill or whatever, but we didn't. We walked because it really wasn't that far. I think it probably took us 20 minutes or so. And there's sort of this cute footbridge that there's no traffic on, that you walk over this river. And then once you're on the other side, you kind of wind your way up to the castle. There's a little way that my maps were telling us to go, and we ended up on this little kind of gravelly dirt path that led us in the backside, not realizing that if we had just kept walking around the hill, we would come to the big main entrance, which we ended up leaving that way. So we didn't miss it. But either way that you go in, totally fine. You really can't make a mistake. But I do think it's worth it to pay for the tour part where you go into the actual like castle part. You can walk around the big wall, you can walk around the whole village, but the actual like main castle inside, you do have to pay to go into. And I think it was, I'm sorry, but I think like $11 to $14 or something. I can't remember. But anyway, it's worth it. They had an audio guided tour you could put little headsets on, or you could just do self-guided, which we totally did. We just self-guided was fine. Sometimes when I have headphones on, I just feel like I'm missing out on everything else. The sounds, the breeze, I just want to experience it. And so we went through all of the different areas and rooms and saw giant fireplaces, and really just the view from the top was actually really lovely and worth seeing. And when you look at it and you just think, like, they did this so long ago, 1100 something, this was built. It's just phenomenal. It's just incredible that they did it with such perfection, with such intricate detail, and all the slate roofs, and part of them had like the clay tile roof. Um, it was just spectacular. And it makes me just sort of feel like, we think we have everything figured out. And the quality of work, the craftsmanship, the detail, the dedication, I don't think things will ever be built like that again. We don't have the skill set. It's not being passed down. This isn't the world we live in anymore. And I get it. But there's something so incredible about seeing this kind of workmanship, this kind of skill level. It's really inspiring. It's really, really beautiful. And so we finished the tour, left, and I'm so glad that I went. I think the high that day is like 93 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was a pretty hot day. Totally worth it, doable. There's lots of places to get water and drinks. One recommendation I would have is there's sort of like a plaza inside that castle city where there's trees and a whole bunch of umbrellas, and we ate in there. But I would recommend you don't eat in there. I'd recommend you just kind of keep walking past it and around. There's all these little nooks and crannies where there's restaurants, and I would peek in and see like vines and trees, and it was quieter and it was more peaceful and it was beautiful. And then you'd walk a little more and you'd kind of peek in another doorway and go, oh, there's a whole restaurant in here too that's beautiful, and just totally worth like walking and looking for those little hidden gems, because you're not going to run out of places to eat. There's a lot of places to eat inside there, and I would say definitely plan on that whole castle experience being like not just the castle tour, but exploring that little town inside the walls. Like, it is a spectacular place. There was these really cool wells that were original that had these big metal pulleys that you could tell like they needed multiple to get these buckets up from the well. There was a really big one and then one that was a little smaller, and they had sealed them off so you could see down through the plexiglass, but they were really deep wells. And even that is just like incredible to me. They had to dig down. They're on the top of a hill down to a water table and haul this stuff up. Like, anyway, I'm just in awe of all of these things, of the quality, of the beauty, of the majesty. And if you are ever in that area, Carcassonne is definitely worth seeing. I would say it completely exceeded my expectations. It would have even been great to stay the night and explore that town a little bit more. I totally would have. There's a beautiful park that you kind of see as you're walking from the main town up toward the hill that is just lined with trees and sculptures and statues, and just lovely, just an absolutely lovely space. And I think I'll go back when the weather is a little bit cooler and I can feel like I can linger even a little longer. I've had a good friend here for the last week, and so it was great to not have to do that by myself. And also because the train we were supposed to take back had a bit of a delay, and we ended up getting on the wrong one and got off at the next town and got on the right one because it was behind us. And all's well that ends well. Like, we got back, we were hot, we were tired, we were exhausted, but it was quite an adventure, and I would totally do it again. So, 2 months into my French adventure here, and I have good days and I have days that I'm exhausted and tired. And I think one thing that I'm trying really hard to do is to not make a snap judgment about the area I'm in or my opinion about everything. Obviously, I have them. I have thoughts and feelings about a lot of it, but not to make a sweeping decision based on that, because I think that it's important that I'm here for more than this hot, hot season, that I'm here longer and I can really experience the fullness of the place that I'm at, especially going into the fall months when things get really pleasant. So if you're in the area, check it out. It's totally worth it. Thank you for following along on my journey here, and I will definitely be doing some more videos to keep you up to date.